Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Sagittarius, my dears, I'm going to do a general reading. Because it is general, it may or may not resonate. If it does resonate and you're drawn to it, there is an extended. The link to that is at the top of the description within this video. Sagittarius, we are going to start. Oh, hey, that's a nice bottom. That's a nice bottom. You're going to start with Energy Oracle deck. We're going to see what the universe wants to talk to you about, if there's a particular topic or subject of interest. And then I'm going to do, I haven't used this deck on my channel yet. I've used the other version. This is the Book of Shadows Tarot Volume 1. I have been using Volume 2, so this one is different. It's very mystical. So we're going to look at what fell out of there. The Ace of Water. But again, like, look at how intriguing it is. Ooh. Oh my. It's sort of like the concept of the mortar and the pestle. It has the feminine and the masculine, the receptive and the male and the female plug and outlet. Isn't that interesting? Do you see, are you picking that up? The symbol for the feminine and then the symbol for the masculine, Venus, Mars, all that stuff. There we go. All right. So we're not going to start with that deck though. We're going to start with my Energy Oracle deck, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Oh, that's interesting. I was watching a video earlier today. It's funny, I've really just started to learn it. I think I watch or hear things or learn things. Not everything in my life, but a lot of stuff, because it ends up coming into a reading for someone. I kind of thought, yeah, that's the energy of Sagittarius. You shouldn't do that. There was a whole bunch of these wild Mustangs, a herd of wild horses. And they had, I guess they wrangled them up and they put them in these pens. And there was one in particular, it was a wild Mustang. And it was a whole story of this girl who had trained the horse, and you know, she broke the horse, but she did do it gently. It wasn't like in the old days, like getting on his back and forcing it and bucking. And it was all very like first it was a rope over its back, and then it was a blanket. So like it was, I mean, it was a gentle domestication of the wild Mustang. But at the end, it was sort of like, oh, see how happy the horse is now? I guess like she ended up owning the horse, and he was all alone. I can't remember the other word she used to describe his life. He was all alone and scared. So no, he was wild and free with a herd of horses. And it just, I don't know why, like, I'm shuffling this. I don't know if there's someone from your past or, no, not even someone from your past. It almost feels like a friendship that's overstepping its bounds. That's how I would describe that. It's like, yo, I know I was good. I wasn't like all alone and scared. About I had this. So I almost feel like it's like having whether you have a new maybe romantic partner or even just a friend, because you can have friends that just like, okay, this is too much. No, I only want to see you like maybe once every couple of weeks. You don't call me every day. Like it feels like that. I don't know if you've got someone new in your life. It's kind of like, oh, you were lonely before you met me. I'm good. I don't know, it's kind of weird that would come out. So maybe that's a message for someone. Just be aware of it. And I want to say too, like, don't let anyone convince you otherwise that you were lonely and scared before they domesticated you. Oh, yeah, I can't. Domesticating Sagittarius isn't a good idea. Not at all. If you have a good friendship, a good connection with Sag, they will come back to visit you after they've run the wild field. Okay, so what does Spirit want to talk to you about through the cards? What are we going to talk to Sagittarius about through the cards? Anxiety. Maybe you do have some sort of a relationship. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. So interesting. Anxiety. Like something's got you in your head a bit here. And it does feel like, just from what I was talking about, if it's not that example, like a friendship that's kind of saying, well, without me, you know, you weren't much before you met me. It's, I don't know, it's just a difference of opinion on how something might be playing out. Oh, well, look at that. Oh my, look at you. You got like, at the bottom, you have woman holding a heart. Angel of Balance, and then the 4th chakra. Talk about heart energy. Oh, maybe your heart. You might have like really strong feelings about something or someone here. Your heart chakra this is big and open. Wanting to bring balance here. This is too, because the heart chakra is what you have inside. And then to me, when you're holding the heart, you're displaying your feelings and emotions. And what sits between what you have inside and what you want to display is the Angel of Balance. This might also, with the anxiety, it might have a little bit from what I talked about earlier, about feeling like maybe you're going to give some of your power away if you express how you feel about someone. That's interesting. How do you do that? How do you strike a balance between, you know, all the emotions that you have about something? I heard political movement too, so I don't know what that is for someone. That might be something. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it's definitely, there's some displaying what this is. And also honoring what you have inside yourself, like keeping that balance. You have some sort of anxiety. You have, what do we have here? We have the 2 of Swords in the World. It feels like you're coming to a decision. You're coming to some sort of decision here. The 2 of Swords in the World. And, you know, in the past you were indecisive, but you're coming to a decision. For some of you, I know it's not actually like a cross. It should be up a little higher, but I'm hearing like cross there. For some of you, this might have something to do with religion, religious beliefs. I'm getting a lot of things in with this, to be honest, which is interesting because most of the readings that I've been doing the last few days, they've been so specific, but this one is much more broad. Okay, coming to a decision. The 5 of Swords. Oh, that's interesting. The 8 of Swords. And the 7 of Earth. You've come to a decision. Yeah, there's something here that makes you feel trapped. Makes you feel trapped, but also makes you feel like you're destined to do this. And then the 7 of Earth is trying to figure out a new way about this, a new way through it. This is the bottom. The 9 of Water, the 9 of Cups, you're good, you're good, you're good. You've got your balance. You've got emotional balance. That you really do here. But there's some sort of mental anxiety that's creeping through. It really could be like maybe you're heading towards a new relationship, or you've just met someone, and you are that wild Mustang, and there is maybe that fear that sort of creeps in a little bit. I don't know. As an Aries, I can get that. Don't get too clingy. Don't get too clingy. I don't know if that's just a fire sign thing, but I'm getting that. Like, just, you have a lot of feelings here. If you weren't in your head, you would just run right forward to whatever this is to feel like. But, okay, so you're coming to a decision, but it almost feels like you're coming to a decision to make a plan. That's what it is. It's not like, okay, I'm coming to a decision to do this. I'm coming to a decision to say that. No, you're coming to a decision to make a plan. So look at this. Look at this 5 of Swords. Isn't that interesting? The palmistry. There's a story with this, and this is why, okay. So, and then the 8 of Swords is kind of coming out of the lotus flower, but not quite right. Everything's got to be lined up just right here. It feels a little bit like over planning. That's what this feels like, a little bit like over planning, Sagittarius. You're over planning for something in the future. Oh, am I to do? Okay, I'm sure I need to put cards below each one of these. We'll get there in a minute. Right from what I see right now on the surface, you're over planning for something in the future. And maybe it doesn't feel like over planning to you, but looking at the cards, it kind of feels like that. Because I'm going to make a decision here. I'm finally going to make a decision. I'm going to figure out a plan. Okay. So this 5 of air with the palm, the lines of the palm, all, what is that? That is the right hand. This is changing your future. I'm just going by that because I'm right hand dominant. And as I understand palmistry, the left hand, the non-dominant hand is what you were born with, astrologically, so to speak, karmically. Like you could have been born into poverty, but your right hand, as life goes on, starts to depict a completely different line in that same spot where maybe you're destined for wealth or something. But so that's what I mean. Like you're changed, you have the capacity, whatever you're born into, whatever social economic situation that you are in, whatever your astrological chart is, you have the capacity to change it with your dominant and your non-dominant hand, because your dominant hand is living in this lifetime. It's exercise. It's picking things up. It's functioning with what you are changing in life. So it starts to show the changes. And I'm seeing this as a right hand because I'm right hand dominant. It is you changing kind of the destiny that was thrown at you. It's taking control over the hand you were dealt. But there's still a feeling of being trapped, though, about it. So that's a tricky thing. I mean, it is. Yeah, so maybe you're not overthinking. You're probably not really overthinking because you want a successful plan here. Oh, did I show you there's the seven of earth? See, isn't this deck strange? They're in the water, but it's the 7 of earth. I've looked at this deck a little bit, but it's so unique. It's really 7 of earth, but the picture's in the water. So taking, right? But you have all this emotional stuff going on over here. So that makes sense. And then you have the 9 of cups. Oh, and this is the lotus flower coming up out of the water. There's the lotus flower coming up out of the water with the 9 of cups. Okay, and there's the lotus flower in the darkness. So I want to say it's in the moonlight. It's things that can't be seen yet. It's like you're anticipating some sort of freeing of yourself, whether it's freeing your emotions, expressing your emotions, expressing how you feel about some sort of a political thing for some of you. But the mental anxiety is here almost because these emotions. So the plan is, it looks like your plan is about how to move your emotions forward, how to either allow your emotions to guide you forward or how to actually bring them up and express them, how to get them from this point here where it's all inside to like showing it and displaying it. Okay, yeah, so, well, that's going to go away now, that 9 of cups. So I'm going to put a card under each one of these. Oh, there we go. 2 of air. The Mother of Earth. This could have something to do with a business too. The Mother of Earth. Your home life. There might be. Let me see what's going on here. Might isn't good enough here. 9 of air, which is like the 9 of swords. Take a look at that. Interesting cards, no? The 5 of air, you have the 5 of fire. Wow, you have 2 5s sitting right underneath each other. Both the conflictive 5s. Oh my gosh. How crazy is that? Look at, okay, right, with the 5 of air, look at how the hand is all lit up with all this light. And then look what is going on here. This lovely gentleman sitting in the chair. His hand is lit up with light and he's grabbing light, well, because he's grabbing a lightning bolt. And he is grabbing it with his right hand. And Jupiter sits behind him with a symbol of, it looks like to me, it's very faint, but it looks like a salamander, which represents Sagittarius. Look at that. Oh, there's some deep esoteric stuff ready to come out here. What's going on with you? And then we have transformation card, which is like the Chariot. And then the Seven of Earth. We have the Six of Air, like the Six of Swords. This is like planning. Yeah, look at, I mean, she's got books. She's got paper. She's looking at the fairies. She's like, tell me what to do. What is the best thing to do? You are planning. Oh, and look at this. You got the Two of Water at the bottom. Elemental of Earth. I think that's like the Page of Earth. The Elemental of Earth. The Two of Cups and the Elemental of Earth. He's got like a little pan flute or something that he's... I'm not sure yet what that's talking about. The Two of Cups is obvious to me with all this heart chakra energy. Okay, you've seen the cards. Let me pull this out. This is really fascinating because you're about to grow and expand here with Jupiter sitting in the background. I really feel like that with this Five of Wands or fire. You're really about to grow and expand, about to take flight from being... This feels like a chance. That's what I want to say. This feels like a bit of a chance is what you're about to do. Because you're sitting in, with this Queen of Earth, it just feels like to me, this is like one of the most stable cards in this entire spread. Yeah, it is. This is the most stable card in this entire spread. And you're about to move away from it. And you've got mental, look at this, you've got the Nine of... Yeah, with the World. You're about to move away from something that's real stable. It's almost like a sure thing. And this sure thing could just be, you know, sitting in indecision. Keeps you stable. It doesn't change anything around you dramatically. But you've got anxiety in the Nine of Swords. So you're definitely approaching or about to take some sort of a leap here. Some sort of a chance. And you really feel like you're about to walk down a path that you're destined to walk down. But you've had to pave it on some level. Like you're changing... And I say you're changing your destiny, but yet you're walking on a destined path. There's so many different avenues that we can choose to take in life. And you're taking one of the more obscure ones. You're thinking about it on some level here. And going from this point of feeling stuck, but it's like a bit of divine timing. It's a bit of divine timing with all of these little fairies sort of holding this lotus and keeping you in place and all the chakras lighting up. You're meant for this moment in the future here, and you're preparing. I still want to caution about over preparation just because you have anxiety showing up twice. And I'm getting double preparation with the Seven of Earth. And well, the Six of Air just too, because she's got all these books and paper, like you're studying, you're preparing, you're thinking, you're following your intuition, and you're kind of going along with what the universe is telling you to do here. So you're also putting your faith into something beyond yourself, but you're the one taking the chance. Isn't that really like life? You know, the universe is guiding you, you know, you should maybe do this. You should become this. We're going to pave that out. What do you think about that? I don't know. That's what I really wanted to do. No, it's going to be good. Universe telling you, it's going to be good. Something's told you something in the past here. The past isn't coming up at all for me. We're just sitting right here at this moment in time where you're making an active decision to move away from some sort of energy that's real grounded. It's real successful, and you don't necessarily have to move away from it. But you could also see it as sort of a comfort zone. And how much do you grow and increase when you're just sitting in this comfort zone? The way the Nine of Air Swords sits underneath this World card, I mean, it does tell me that you want to put away anxiety. You don't want to be in your head anymore, which is giving you the feeling that, well, I kind of need to take action. Which is what you're working up to here. But then it's almost as if before you take the action, you're working on a plan here. And I just want to caution about that because it does feel like perhaps getting back in, there's a risk of getting back into that mental headspace. Let's look at the Seven of Earth. No, I'm going to do it in order. So I can do that. Like, no, I changed my mind. Oh gosh, there's a song that came into my head. I don't know if it's for you. When I said that, no, I'm going to change my mind. It's a Billy Joel song. I think Always a Woman, to me, she can, I can't remember. I'm getting all the other lyrics of the song except that where she never, I don't know, something about, she just changes her mind. She never, anyways, I just changed my mind. I'm coming over here. We're going to start with this Two of Air, the Six of Swords. It feels like the timing is right. You're moving into the right time. Get ready to go. You're getting ready to go. The timing is right for something here for you. Okay. This Mother of, yeah, the Ten of Swords. You're ending this. You're not going to sit in this safe spot anymore. You're moving away from that. The World. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So well, I kind of feel like though it's moving you out of Five of Pentacles energy. But to do that, you have to push through something that makes you feel uncomfortable. So the Five of Pentacles, it feels like you're moving away from some energy that's made you feel disconnected. Maybe from what serves your heart or in the direction that you've been wanting to go into. This Nine of Air. Oh gosh, it landed face down on this Ten of Swords. The Five of Wands. You were really worried about the conflict here. Oh my God, you're really worried. The Five of, because then you have the Five of Air and the Five of Wands here. I didn't blow dry my hair and it's all falling out. Sorry, anyways. Gosh, I think like I'm shedding. Tell me more about this Five of Air. It's so intriguing. Okay. It's like you're just spilling your guts here, Sag. Oh, wow. It's heart, baby. Actually, like when these cards, and when I saw them, it almost took my breath away. The Ace of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Lovers. Oh boy, you want to go just with your heart, and yeah. You really want to transform something. I feel like I didn't need to pull out any more cards besides these two, these three. No, these four. You have anxiety about some sort of big emotion feeling that you have inside for you. You want to figure out how to get that displayed properly. What the hell is the balance in that? How do I not just come out and spew it all out like emotional vomit? The Five of Swords are fire. This is exciting. I don't know what this is. I feel like this is something you were waiting a long time for. The Moon, Sagittarius, Temperance, and the Five of Swords again. Holy crap, with the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands going on here. Whew. This is, yes, this is that time. I don't know what this is for you, but it's time. Feels like you went into the major leagues and you've been sitting on the bench for, I don't know how long you've been sitting on the bench. You've been sitting on the bench. I don't know if you're a pitcher or a hitter, you're an outfielder, first base, third base. I don't know what you do, but it's just the energy of that. And you know, you're friends with all the other teammates. And then you get the text message or the phone call from the person who permanently holds the position that, I don't know if that's the right term, baseball term, the position that you are sitting on the bench for. I just broke my ankle last night playing with the kids. Guess who's up tomorrow? You. Oh, shit. That's what this feels like. Like you've been waiting. It's so comfy sitting on the bench. This is it. Like, this is my moment to prove myself, too. And here it is. You're walking away from not knowing how this is going to turn out. You're walking away from letting everything settle. Like, you know, yourself feeling settled. Things are ready to go. You're ready to walk away from conflict. Anything in your mind, like, so maybe you haven't been sleeping well at night because you've been sitting on the bench in every game thinking, what if he hurts himself in the game? Him or herself in the game. And then I have to go out. And like, you want to. You really want this. But there's an anxiety about it. Almost like you've been waiting for it, this moment. The Eight of Swords and the Chariot. Let's get this moving, honey. The Eight of Swords and the Chariot. You have the Magician and the Four of Cups. What are you trying to manifest? You're trying to manifest a missed opportunity? Oh, maybe you got off the bench and you fell on your face. It's the first time. And you broke your nose and you couldn't go out. I don't know. You're trying to manifest. I want to say a missed opportunity. I don't think you're trying to manifest yourself into missing opportunities. Because I feel like you're trying to go for one here. Coming off the bench, because the Magician too can be about, you know, now you see me, now you don't. Now you see me, now you don't. So, you know, actually appearing out in the field and showing what you got. Well, don't be crude. Don't do that, please don't do that. The Seven of Earth. So now we come over here with the Seven of Earth. See, I need this whole storyline. This is the end of a broken heart, baby. This is the end of that. And then maybe too, like you're holding yourself back on some level here is, it's like that Mustang again. Come on, tell me that Mustang doesn't want to be out in that field. I don't care how domesticated that horse is or how many oats you're giving him. He's going to stand in that fence and he's going to look out there and he's going to remember what it was like to owe nothing to nobody, and then to just run free and find a stream and kick it up and drink that cold water. Like I just feel like this is what's kind of sitting inside you, just to kick up the dirt and run free or run towards something. Do something exciting here. This is exciting. Oh, and I love what you're ending. You're yeah. But you're planning. Being a planner. The Six of Swords, or air. Oh my God. It's almost like saying, I remember when I was so safe over here. Look at the Nine of Swords and the King of Pentacles. I do want to say, I feel like it's still you. It's almost because I waited for a hot minute there. I don't know, you probably saw when I picked up the cards, I looked at them because I was waiting for something different to come in and say, oh, is this like someone or something that you're trying to achieve? It might be. But what it tells me is, because this Queen of Earth over here, Queen of Earth, Queen of Pentacles, you're ending that. And it was this level of comfort, maybe even conformity, and being guided here. This is the right time to do this. This is a time to come out of indecision and make a decision to do something. And that's what we're seeing here, like all the emotions. This is really like just looking at all the inner workings of you, coming to this decision and moving forward to do it. And then you hit the Six of Swords again. Once you've made your plan, you know, you've sat down and you've thought about your plan, but you've also incorporated your emotions into this plan with it all appearing underwater. But, so you kind of put it into the universe's hands again. All right, I got my plan, guide me. God, oh my, what am I doing? Like, it just feels like that. I don't know what you're doing, but, you know, good things come from that. Oh, look at that. You got the Four of Wands at the bottom. You have the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups at the bottom. This fabulous energy. Maybe it just feels so big, it gives you anxiety. Oh, let's see. Well, let's see what the anxiety. Let's just pull it up. Anxiety, anxiety. The Hanged Man. Yeah, this is exactly what that is. What is it? Idle minds is the devil's playground. Yeah, which is actually kind of like what I say a lot. Like the Nine of Swords shows up and we're in our head too much and we're not actually doing enough. But it's just sort of like you have been in some sort of period of standby, sitting on the bench, waiting. Now it's time. Holy crap, now it's time. Ooh, it is. The Wheel of Fortune, everything else is reversed. The time has come. The time is now for you, or very soon. Because time is mutable. You know how that works. That's interesting. I'm going to go do the extended. Until next time, Sagittarius, to be gentle with yourselves. Bye.